So let me, I think that's good. I think I'm sitting up kind of high. Anyways, okay. So we are going to talk about, and then I'll take you guys in and show you inside of the community. What? I don't know what that was. Okay. So anyways, let's get started. Talking about 2-hour workday. What is a 2-hour workday? I am excited to tell you what the 2-hour workday consists of. We're going to go over that tonight. And the reason that we can have a 2-hour workday. So all of the naysayers, you can't work for 2 hours. Either you're doing more than you're supposed to be, or you're brand new and maybe you just don't know what you're doing yet. That's the only thing I can think of. Either you're brand new and you don't know what you're doing, or you are doing more than one platform. If you're doing more than one platform, and there's a system. We pick a platform. So let's go over this so that there's a clear understanding of what is involved in a 2-hour workday. Okay. So 2-hour workday, let me get my handy dandy board. So we are going to learn. Now, I want you to think about this. What would you do in your days if all you had was a 2-hour workday? What would you do? Like, seriously, have you ever thought about what would I do with all the time if I only worked 2 hours a day? Keep that down, son, please. Oh, sorry. I got to turn this around. There we go. That's better. Because the 2-hour workday is what we are taught to master inside of our community. We are taught to master that 2-hour workday because that's where you get your time back. Thank you for the like, Stephanie. That's where you get your time back. Okay. So what is involved in a 2-hour workday? And the thing that you need to remember in all of this is that actually it is because of having an automated system. So Amazon has an automated system. Walmart has an automated system. I can go online, make a purchase, and automatically know that that has been received, it's been paid for, and it's going to be delivered at a certain time and a certain date. So it is because you have an automated system that you are able to do this 2 hours a day, because it's like having a silent partner. It's like somebody who's doing more of the work for you than you are doing yourself. Does this involve work? Absolutely. Is it 40 hours a week? Definitely not. If you're doing that, you're doing something wrong, or you're going crazy posting everywhere. So your first hour, let's break it down for you so you understand. Hello and welcome everybody. 1 hour. You are going to do this. You're going to create 3 pieces of content. Now, how hard does that sound? 3 pieces of content. That's it. That's all. This is not hard. Don't make it difficult. So in that 3 pieces of content, we're going to share about us. We're going to talk about us. We're going to share, little tidbits of us inside of the fact that we are promoting a program or programs. That is what your content is going to be made up of, okay? It's going to be little pieces of you and little pieces of what you're doing. So, but we're not out there to sell. We are here to share. We're here to tell a little bit about us so that you get to know who I am. You get to know little pieces about me. I get to know little pieces about you, and we create content. That content is already on social media. So you pick a platform and then you post 3 pieces of content every day, 7 days a week. Now, if you miss it here and there, it's not a big deal, but consistency is the key. So you have got to be consistent. Now, I'm going to say I'm pretty consistent. It is one thing that I love creating content. I love doing the videos. I don't, I don't hesitate. So, I don't have an issue creating content. I love it. I'm consistent in it, but I understand that some people are not consistent. And I cannot tell you more than you have to be consistent. Think about the benefits that you're actually going to get from working a 2-hour workday. Now, does it happen overnight? No, it doesn't happen overnight. You have got to work this. You have got to get in there, be serious, do your content, post your content, and that's 1 hour. You're given 1 hour for 3 pieces of content. So your video could be up to a minute. I did a couple longer ones today because I actually was sharing a story, and I like to share a little bit longer stories every now and then. I don't do storytelling too much, like long ones, but every now and then, because I want you to know, I know what it's like to be embarrassed. I know what it's like to be frustrated. I know what it's like to be like, man, what do I do? Lost. So when I found this, I was like, man, it is the best thing in this day and age right now. I was out of the whole work field for years. Like, I was thinking about it today. For 20, what's the math here? He's going to be 23. 21 years, I had never looked for a job. For 21 years, I was self-employed in something. Most of that was bookkeeper. So I'm a bookkeeper, but I was a bookkeeper because I don't want to go back. I mean, I could if I, wanted to, but it's done. It's over. I don't want to go back to bookkeeping. But that's what I did. I was in accounts payable. I was a bookkeeper. I worked for myself. I had a store later, and I've just worked on my own. So 2 years ago, when I was left, surprised and left as a mom. I have 5 kids, but I have 2 adults. But in our house, there's 4 kids. And I was left surprised. I can't go into it right now, but I was left and I had no job. I had no income. I had no way to make money. So for the last 2 years until I found this, I was like, what am I going to do? I can't find a job. If you ever look for work, like working from home jobs, to me, looking for those online is torture. Absolute torture. I did it. Like I said, I hadn't looked for work from home job ever until 2 years ago. And I quickly learned that the field out there is ugly, that there are scammers, that there are people that pretend to be something they're not, or like it is just, to me, it's like HE double hockey sticks. It really is. I didn't like it. I got to be honest with you. Long time ago, we would just pull out a newspaper. I'm aging myself. I'd pull out a newspaper and look for a job. Like, you would look for a job in the classifieds. And so now everything is online. Now they do interviews online. When I grew up, we did interviews in person. Like, you could actually get a job just by walking up to a store and saying, "Hey, I need a job. Are you hiring?" And my first job, I got it the first day. And so things have changed. And if you've been in that landscape of looking for work from home, then you'll know the struggle. That struggle is real. And that's why I started door dashing, looking until I found this. And I was like, oh, thank you, God, because I can do it from home. I didn't need any special experience. It is literally 2 hours a day. So you can work towards quitting a full-time job. You can work towards quitting a part-time job. You can do this. It is the easiest thing that I have found. And it's not stressful. It is not like hard. It's the best thing I have ever found in these past 2 years. And I actually probably would have done this before. I mean, to bring in extra side money. It would have been nice to know it existed. But the woman who created this created in November 2022 was when the community was made. But she had already started making money. I think she started September and she was like making money in October or November. I know she started in October making money. I'm almost positive. And it was based on this 2-hour workday. So your first hour, you're going to create those 3 pieces of content. And then the next half hour is going to be posting free ads. There goes my marker. So what is posting free ads? Well, when you go on Facebook, when you go on Craigslist, when you go there, you post a free ad. That's what you're doing on Marketplace, right? You're just like, you're going to take 3 sentences, post whatever it is you're selling, right? And then that's it. It's a free post. So we have 200 websites listed inside of our community that you can use, that you can go to. There's a whole section on how to do this. Everything that you need to learn is right inside the community. So you learn, you post free ads, you create those 3 pieces of content, and wait, the hardest part is next. It's really not. This is the easiest part. So we're going to do this. And this is responding. You're going to respond to any comments. And you can take that time to email and answer too. So in that last half hour, you're going to respond to any comments that you get on your content. This is your 2-hour workday. Do you think you can do this? Do you think you can do this? Because it's not hard. Hi, Susan. Is it Susan? I see another letter in there. Hello. So can you do this? 2 hours. You are to master it. Hi, Susan. You are to master the 2-hour workday. That's your job. You master it. And then take about an hour. Take some time to get in and to learn and to watch the videos that are at your fingertips at any time of day. You don't have to do this at a certain time. So I want to be clear. You can do this. Man, you can do this at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can do this at 8 o'clock in the morning. Do this on your schedule. This is why I absolutely love this. There's so many things to talk about when it comes to this program. What it does for people is just nothing short of amazing. There is nothing. I've been in that field looking, and I didn't know to look for a business. Like, when I was looking, I would always look for work from home because I'm a homeschooling mom. So I wanted to work from home. So all my searches on the internet, I never thought about searching TikTok or YouTube or what's the other one I'm thinking of? Facebook. I never thought to search there. I would go to Google and type in work from home or what's Indeed. I would go to Indeed. What's Indeed? You know, Indeed. I lived on Indeed and I was like, is this real? Is this not real? how many other people are looking for the same job? Now, we're not even going to go there because hundreds of thousands of people, like too many people, are trying to get the same job. That's hard. Trying to get you're competing against all these people. The wonderful thing about this community is that we don't compete. We actually support each other. And if you are on any of my lives at any time, you can see other people come in, and they will just comment, and they're just there, and they're actually already in our community because we support each other. It is not competitive. Who I attract is not going to be who you attract, because we're different people. Thank God. We're all different. And I love that who's going to buy from me is not going to buy from you. I don't worry about that. I don't worry about any kind of competitiveness, because there are 5 point whatever we're at now billion people on social media. And we're all not going to the same place. A lot of us go to TikTok. A lot of us go to YouTube. A lot of us go on Instagram. That's the other thing that I didn't put on here, is you can do faceless. I am probably going to play around with that a little bit more later, but just for fun. I like to do things for fun. I like to test things out. And so I did play with it a little bit. I did. And if anybody's here and they've seen my Instagram, you can see. And I didn't understand what I was doing in the beginning. So I stopped Instagram and I was like, no. And then I realized that's not even what I should have done, but it was fun doing it. So if you're like, what are you talking about? Just go check out my Instagram account, and then you'll be like, what were you thinking? I was thinking digital granny, honestly, is what I was thinking. But so you do your 2 hours, okay? And that's your work day. Now, it's not hard to understand, or at least I don't think it's hard to understand, how we have 2 hours. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to screenshot this, and I'm going to put it to the side. 3, 2, 1. So that's your 2-hour workday. How is this actually possible? So inside of our setup, okay, just to make this easy and beginner friendly, inside our setup, we have an automated system. So when you go to grannysgettingpaid.com, that's my automated system. So when you go there, you put your email in, and then you're going to get an email back right away, like right away. And you can, and it's not me sitting. If you go do this right now, you're not, I'll hold my hands up so you can see. No, I'm not going to, but you know what I mean. So I'm not doing the email at this moment. If you go there and you put your email in, I'm not sitting here going, I'm not doing that. So it's automated. My automated machine is going to email you back one of the emails that is already set up. I didn't even set them up. It was done for me. I didn't make the programs that I promote. They are done for you. I didn't make the website. It is done for you. So you get all these awesome things. Thank you, Mama. So I'm not even daring. Is that your name, the first part? Because I am not even daring. I like Mama. But thank you for being here. So that's one of the, that's what you need to understand, is that this is not a typical job. It is not a normal job. And I love that it just gives us time to breathe, a different way to make money. And as a mom, it is frustrating. It is hard. This life is not easy. It's just not easy. There's good days, there's bad days for every single person across the board, whether you have money or you don't. But if you don't know that this is accessible, like I thank God the day that I was scrolling and I saw this girl talking, and the first time I thought, hogwash, and I did this, and I scrolled right past her. I don't even know why she came up on my phone. I have no idea. But my truck died in the rain. Well, it didn't die. The tranny went, and it was raining. It was revving really high. And I was like, oh my gosh, in my head, I was thinking, I don't know why I started laughing either. I was laughing. Who's laughing in the middle of?
I was laughing.
My son says I was laughing. It was raining, and I looked down and I thought, is it supposed to rev like this? And I'm laughing, and I'm thinking, no, this isn't right. This is not right. So we stopped dashing, and I said, tomorrow when it's sunny out, when it's nice, I'm going to go drive around the corner and see what happens. So I did that, and then I was like, yeah, the tranny's gone. So scrolling again on TikTok, looking for a laugh. I was looking for something to laugh about, because other than that, I was going to fall apart. Looking on TikTok for a laugh, and I see her again. She pops up on my phone again, and I'm like, okay, now I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to listen. What are you talking about, girl? And then she tells me this is what she's doing. And I go, I can do this? I said, that's it. Give me till Monday. I'm coming. And I'm pretty sure I heard her Friday night, and I joined on a Monday morning. Best thing that has ever happened to me. And I don't even know how to explain this to you, but it is like this big, like, relief. That's the word I'm looking for. It's almost like you had a monkey on your back and you're like, get off. I need to breathe. And that's what it was like. I was like, I can do it from home. I don't have to be on a phone. I can work on my own time. I can be there for my kids. I can come and go and help their grandfather out when I need to. I can, like it just relieves the pressure. And as a mom, when it's all on you, it ain't easy. So I want you to know that there is another way to do this. There is another way to make money, and it works. I was like, in the beginning, I thought, man, I didn't even hear it was 2 hours a day. I know I didn't. I know I had no clue what I was getting into. All I knew is that this girl said she was making money and it was working for her. She was a homeschooling mom. And as soon as I heard all that, and then she said, and she said something about God, and I went, okay, you know what? You are my kind of person, and you can relate to me. And that's all I needed. I just needed to know somebody else was doing the same thing that I needed to be doing. And that's why I'm here telling you it works. It works. It works. Like, it works. But did you hear me? It works. Like, there are so many things out there that just are not real, are fake, are whatever. Like, it to me, the looking for what I needed wasn't there. I couldn't find it. I just could not find what I needed. And so I was so relieved when I saw her, and I was like, man, where has this been? I needed this. I needed this 2 years ago. Like, why didn't I find this 2 years ago? Instead, I had to go through horrible times, and door dashing is not fun either. It isn't. I mean, it's a way, okay? It is a way. But I believe so. I believe so, Mama. I do. I believe so. I agree with that. So I am thankful for this. That's why I'm here. I'm here to answer questions. So if you have questions, fire away. If I'm not live and you can't see me and you can't ask, just go to my website, Granny's Getting Paid. You'll see it on both. I'm on YouTube and I'm on TikTok right now. But if you go to the bottom on YouTube and the top on TikTok, you'll see my website. I do not like talking in DMs. I just don't, because I like to know that I'm talking to who I'm talking to. What's your name? What's your email? And then you're talking to me. Now, I don't think I have any fake TikTok accounts out there, but that it happens. And so you just want to make sure you're talking to me. So if you go to my website and you put your email in, the other thing I want you to know is that you can opt out at any time. There is at the very bottom, it says unsubscribe on every single email, every single email. So if you're like, no, this is not going to work for me. I don't want to do programs. I don't want to promote them. I don't want to learn from them, because there's different ways that you can actually use these. I like beginner friendly because I like what it stands for. Wendy, hello, hello. Yes, that's it. That's what it's about. It's about working on your own time. And there's so many benefits to doing this that I just love it. I love every single aspect of what we get to do here. I love that I actually have a family inside of the community. I love that we can help each other. I haven't found anything that I don't like. And it sounds weird to even say there's not one thing that you don't like. What is there to complain about? I mean, there's no monthly expenses. I got people doing the same thing I'm doing. We have so much at our fingertips for free. Tell me, who gives away free information? Who does that? Who really does that? Yes, you pay for a program. You're paying for a program to start a business that you make 100% profit on. 100%. I was like, how does that person make any money? Because I've been in business. And that was my first question. How does she make any money? He, I thought it was a company. I didn't know anything. And then she was like, from the $29 website fee. That's it? That's it? That's all? And I thought, what? And then when you get in and you see the value, you see what you're actually getting, man, between me and you guys, and I hope she's not around, she could have done a lot higher. She really could have. She really could have priced this out a lot higher. Good. Yes, Wendy, good. Good. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're going to be inside, and you get to see it all. And I didn't understand what we got. We got 6-figure mentor meetings inside that we get to listen to. We get to learn from. We get people, and I don't even think they're paid. I don't know. I really don't know. But we have webinars that we get to actually share with other people. We didn't do them. I didn't do them, but I have access to them. I have access to the content. Like, she gives us so many things. I am eternally grateful. I really am. I'm eternally grateful to her, because as a mom, I get to be home. As a mom, I get to be home. As I'm getting older, I'm an old mom with young kids. but I'm in that middle age where I'm like, yeah, I still got little guys, but I also see how we're getting older, and I want my life to be slower. I am not 20. I am not 30. I can't do what I was 20 and what I was 30. And maybe you're at that part where you're like, man, I just tired of running in my head, running physically. I just want to slow down. Maybe it's my age. I just want to slow down. I want to actually enjoy the life that I've been given, don't you want to just enjoy the life that you've been given? Because it's a blessing. It is. It is a blessing if you even make it to middle age, which I hate to say that. But once you realize, man, there's been people I went to school with that have already gone. They're already gone. Carolee, yes, it is. This whole opportunity, I know that when you're on the outside looking in, you can't see the value and you're just going to go by what I say or what you hear but it's there. So let's talk about 3 different ways that you can actually use the program. So I had started school, like marketing. It is called, but there's different modules in it. I started digital marketing and e-commerce because I had started a drop shipping website selling shirts and things of that nature. And this is probably around the 3-year mark, coming into the 2 years ago. It was in between there. And I had failed at the marketing. I failed miserably at the marketing. So I had this whole website that I did with Shopify. And it was there for about, I think I left it for about a year, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't have people. And I was like, what is the problem? So I signed up with the marketing with Google. Like, Google has courses you can take every month. So I signed up with that. And then I found this, I think, pretty close to the same time. So what you get inside of here is comparable to what I actually have gone through courses with. There is a huge difference in who it's for. Now, I'm going to say they're both made with beginners in mind, but there is a huge difference where what we have here is made for beginners. And if you want to stay a beginner, it's for you. Now, with what I did, it's more focused on going with a company, like working for a company as a digital marketer, working for a company. So I see the comparisons, and I see how I can see how it's connected. But I absolutely adore what we have here because it is for beginners, because you can do this, like anybody can do it. And not only that, but you can get set up and running within days. You can get this going. It took me a couple of days. I think I signed up on the Monday. I had to go to the bank on the Tuesday. And then I think I started like connecting my payment stuff. I think I was ready Thursday. I think I was ready in the morning on Thursday and started working. So it is that fast. This other thing that I'm doing is more involved and is not, they call it beginners, but I'm just going to tell you, I don't really find it beginners. And it's not teaching you how to make your own income. It's teaching you how to go work for somebody else. I know. So this is actually for the beginner, teaches you how to make money for yourself, not work for nobody else. That's what I like. I would rather work for myself. I don't want to go work for a company where I'm stuck at a desk, stuck clocking in, doing all that. So there is a value to what you're getting here in knowledge, and you do learn how to market yourself, but you're not left alone. Whereas with my Google, you are left alone. So I can't even tell you how much value is in here. So we get, in my Google, I never got any one-on-one meetings. I never got any kind of mentor meetings. You could go inside of a room and talk to people doing the same thing, like in text, but that was it. So this is for 3 different people, and then I'm going to have to jump off. Number 1, this is for the people that want to be beginners and make money. It is for the people that want to turn around and sell it. Okay. Yeah. It is for the people that want to just turn around, sell it. You want to be a beginner? You want to stay a beginner? That's what I'm doing. I might veer off later, but for right now, I just want to stay a beginner. So I promote programs. That's what I do. I actually love it. It doesn't take a lot of time. So I get my life back. So if you want to get your life back, have time in your life to just go sit in the backyard, to just go, I don't know, shop around without a care in the world. You can get up at 7 o'clock in the morning if you're an early riser, not me, 7 o'clock in the morning and be done by 9. You can be. And then what are you going to do with the rest of your day? Tell me. I would like to know, what would you do with the rest of the day? Are you like, I've never had that much time in my life? Well, this is what we're working towards. We're working towards mastering a 2-hour workday. So as a beginner, you can stay a beginner and do that 2 hours a day. That's life. That's living. That's finally being able to go, you know what? I can stop and smell the stinking roses. And I'm saying it like that because my whole entire life has been bum, 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 bum. And if yours is like that, it's nice to breathe. Thank you so much, Nana. Hello. And thank you for the rose. Thank you. Thank you. So that is beginner. That's the one. The second thing, you can take this, and because I have been a small business owner, you can take the skills that you're going to learn in here, which I wish I would have had. You can take them and then you can apply them to a business. Whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you're an affiliate marketer. Maybe you have a TT shop. This stuff will teach you how to do it better. Yes, absolutely. This is what will help people to either market themselves better, market their business better. You learn valuable skills in it. So that's the second thing. You don't even have to resell it if you don't want to. If you're involved in something else, this would have made a huge difference, I believe, in many of the things that I've done in the past. Many. And I can't even begin to tell you. I wished I would have had the knowledge that I have now. And the knowledge, I keep learning. I'm a learner. I want to learn. I love to learn. I think that we can never get to a spot where I know it all. I'm never going to be there. So that's the second thing. The third thing is you can actually take this, what you're learning, and you can go further. So this is for the advanced people. If you don't want to be just the beginner, if you don't have a business, if you want to create a business, you can actually learn how to make your own digital product. And I'm going to tell you this as somebody who sells digital products. It takes time. So 2 hours a day is not going to do it. It takes time to create digital products. I'm going to give you the real picture. The real picture is it depends on what niche you're in. It depends on what digital products you're going to make. But you have access to this. You can learn how to make the digital products. You can learn how to make digital programs, courses, and your own community if that's what you want to do. I love the idea of having your own community. Maybe I'll dive into all that stuff later, but I am staying right in my lane for now. I'm going to stay in my lane, but that is something that is another option. And I love to give you guys options because you need to know it's not, some people want to do more. Some people want to learn more. You can stay the beginner. There's nothing wrong with being a beginner. Nothing wrong with promoting 4 programs or 3 or 2 or 1. You have options out there. And if you don't know what your options are, by all means, just ask me because I'm always around. Don't DM me. I prefer not DMs. I have answered them, but I prefer to answer in an email. If you have questions about the program, go in there, look at the 4 programs, and then you can see what's in them because I don't go and talk about what's in them because my focus is on helping you to make money. That's why I'm here. That's how it works for me. If you want to go deeper, you can go deeper. But remember this. This is just from me to you. If you want to go deeper, I want you to think about a couple of things. How much time is it going to take me? How much time is it going to take me to make a book or an ebook? How much time is it going to take me to make these digital products? How much am I going to charge for them? Just do yourself a little bit of research and go and look. Okay. It doesn't take time for you just to go on Etsy. Go on Etsy, type in, okay, I want to buy, I don't know, a picture. Okay. Cause you can download a picture and you can print it and frame it yourself. I sell pictures. So, how much are you going to make? How much time are you going to invest? Because before I found this, I had already dived into the digital stuff. Probably around that 2-year mark is when I started. So I see what I do now, and I see how much time and effort I put in then. And I'm telling you right now, I wish I would have found this first. I love the Etsy stuff. I love making my own digital products. I can tell you how to do these things, but it's not always profitable. Okay. So at the end of the day, you want something that's profitable. If you want to create something, to create it and then have it as your in addition to, which is how I look at it. I promote my 4 programs because that's my bread and butter. I will always do that first. I do have my Etsy stuff. So I do put my shops somewhere, Yes, Nana. Yes, on Etsy. That's awesome. So it teaches you how to, I didn't even put my Etsy out there. Like, this program opened up my eyes and I was like, man, I should be doing so much better with what I'm doing. And I'm not. And so I'm learning. I'm learning. Marketing was never, now I'm like, ooh, show me how to do it. I want to know. But you do need to consider the cost. So consider time. I would have never said this before, but now I realize the value in time, the value of not, I'm the kind of person where I go, thank you so much for the likes. Prosperity with Dina, Gigi. Gigi. I think I said Gigi last time. When you are stressed out and you've got a million things on your mind, it is hard to stop that and go to like playing with my kids. No, I got this to do. No, I got that to do. No, I can't. I got to get this done. Am I still like that? Yeah, sometimes, because I do something else on the side that I don't bring into this. I don't bring it into this because it's a totally different niche. But I do that, and I do that without pay. So it's nonprofit stuff. And I just don't go there with this because I understand I'm in this niche and this is my niche. And so I do other things outside of this that take time. But can I make money? Can you make money and then do the things you want to do, which is why I love the 2-hour workday? Yes. You get that automated system. Everybody gets it. Everybody. So what you do with your time outside of that, go have fun. I don't know. Mine is doing my nonprofit thing. I like my Etsy stuff. But what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Because this program opens up a door for you that maybe you didn't know existed. You can do this. It is easy. Stay a beginner if that's what you want to do. If all your goal is I want to have extra income, or I want it to replace my income, have your own goals and then set those goals and start walking towards it. Because if you don't change anything, nothing's going to change. And that's the truth. There's no, you can keep doing what you're doing day after day after day after day after day. But if you're not going to change something, you have got to take that initial step first. Okay, guys, you got to take that first step, because then you're like going towards that goal. Am I going to get there? Yeah. Are you going to have hard times? Yes. But you're going in the direction you need to go. So that is where the change needs to happen. You got to take the first step. And taking the first step, I made my investment back in my first sale. In my first sale, I was like, wow. And it hits you. Your first sale is like, yes. And then your second sale, yes. Okay, you know what? This works. And it does work. It works. Now, if you're not there yet, if you're like, I don't have a sale yet, hang in there. That doesn't mean that it doesn't work. That just means you haven't got your sale yet. You will get your sale. You just got to keep plugging away, keep showing up for yourself, keep showing up for others, because it's really not, I say you show up for yourself. But if I'm not here to tell you, how are you going to find out? Maybe somebody else will tell you, but I want to help those that I can help by telling, because I am thankful for it. Had I not known it existed, I don't even know what I would do. Honestly, I'd be on that wheel of looking. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And then being tired all the time, being exhausted all the time. If you want to breathe, just start. Just go to grannysgettingpaid.com, put your email in. If you have questions, ask me, because I'm telling you, we have so many amazing people. And thank you for the rose, Gigi. Thank you for the rose. You can do this. And I'm telling you, you can do it. It is the easiest thing that I've seen. You don't have to have experience. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have, the one thing that I remember looking for from the work from home stuff is everything wanted some kind of degree. Man, I don't have a degree. I don't. I may have owned businesses, but I don't have a degree. So what does that mean? That, like it segregates us right away. Okay, we're taking out the people that don't have a degree. And you don't have experience. Well, then you can't do this. Well, you don't have the whatever. Fill in the blank. Okay. I just needed something I could do to take care of me and my kids. And I found it, and I'm sharing it. And I'm telling you, it's easy. I love every aspect about it. I have not seen anything that I don't like. I love it. I just wish, my only regret is that I didn't find it 2 years ago. That's what I wish. I wish I found it 2 years ago. Thank you so much for the likes. Now, if you want to know the more info, you know where to go. Go to the website. Today is Thursday. We'll come back tomorrow night and we'll talk about, we're going to talk about having 0 followers. And we're going to talk about, because that's where you're going to start. Yes, Wendy, I understand that. I understand it. I wasn't in the corporate area for too long. I was in there in my 20s, and that's where I left it because I went out on my own. But I've been on my own, and being on your own is got a different kind of stress to it. It's got a different kind of stress to it. And just because you're a business owner, like, it didn't mean that I was rolling in the money. And I actually seen people owning businesses that were not making money. So, and I know a lot of the general public goes, oh, you have a business, you must be rich. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many businesses I saw as a bookkeeper? I did the books. I would see how they spent their money. I would see how they lived. I kind of liked seeing, how people live. And a lot of people live beyond what they think they can. Thank you so much for all the roses, Nana. I think it is Nana, right? I think it was Nana. Yes. Thank you for all the roses. So having a small business, it was a different kind of stress, but the corporate world, the piece that I found, when I think back to it, I was the one that was sitting there. I was the one sitting there. This is corporate. It was Canada. I was sitting there with my firstborn child, and I won't forget it. I was probably 22. I'm probably around 22 because I worked there for a bit. Oh, no, maybe I was older. No, I was probably, I'm going to 22 to 25. Okay. My memory. Yeah. Well, that's Wendy saying she can't take enough. She can't handle it anymore. That's what she's saying, Nana. So I was the one. This is corporate Canada, right? Or corporate America. I was the one sitting there. And when I look back, I go, why was I the only one sitting there? In an accounting firm, there was probably 20 of us, 10 on one side, 10 on the other side, working for two different companies, but under the same umbrella. I was the one sitting there at 12 o'clock at night on a Friday night with my little guy fast asleep on the floor on a blanket. It bugs me to this day. I don't know why it bugs me. Why was I the only one there? Like, why was I the only one there? Where was everybody else? At home with their families? While my little guy was sleeping on the floor because I couldn't afford a babysitter. I commuted back then. I commuted an hour in traffic. And one night it was storming so bad, like snow and sleet, and the roads were absolutely horrendous. And I remember one of the guys saying to me, man, just come back to this guy's house because we're not driving in this. I said, I don't have that. I can't do that. I got a little kid sitting in a YMCA daycare waiting for his mommy to come get him. And I had to get there by 6:30 at night. I worked from, I think I started at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, but I would get up. He would be the first guy there at 6:30 in the morning, and then 6 o'clock at night, my guy was the last one to be picked up. I know what hard work is. I know it. I understand it. I applaud you for all your hard work. I really do, because hard workers, this to me is like a walk in the park. And I'm being serious. It is. Is there work involved? Yeah. It's not a get rich thing. There's work involved. But when I think back on these things as where I was like, man, who cared? Who cared that I was sitting there by myself? Nobody asked me. Nobody asked me. I just knew we had this deadline. And at that time, I was the accounts payable one. And my job had to be done, and it couldn't be done. And at the end of the month, you would have to sit there until it was done. And it wasn't like I was never a slacker. It was never like that. There was just not enough time. No, they don't. And I hate to say it, but they really don't care. You're right. They don't care. So I was sitting there and my poor kid sleeping, and I just did it. You weren't even alive, my love. I'm talking about the first. He's like, oh, anyway. Anyways, so they really they don't care. I mean, I thought my whole life that I just thought differently. I don't know. I just was taught you don't give up, you don't quit. That's how I was raised. My mom was like you don't quit, you don't stop, you just do what you got to do to get it done. So that's my same I do what I got to do to get it done. So anyways, I have taken way more time than I thought I would. But I appreciate all my community hanging out with me. And I thank you guys for all the gifts. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 Central Standard Time. And I might have to change my other timing. But anyways, I appreciate you guys on YouTube too. Wendy, I can't wait. Let me know when you're all set up. Thank you guys for joining me. And like I said, I'll be back tomorrow night. If you have questions, fire away. I'm always around. I will answer as fast as I can. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. Good night. Till tomorrow.